it didn't work. I don't think it was recording that whole time. I just wanted to get some of that, like, you know, this is where the Buick parts came from.
We gotta go back there because we gotta get the library.
That was one hell of a library. It was Slate City.
Slate Bell. All the slate was there.
Oh, there's a lot of slate there. Look at all that slate.
You can't get any more slate than that.
That's as slate as you're gonna get right there.
We're going to the East Banker now.
Cut. Where are we? Denville? There's all 33 Buick cars. More artillery wheels. Black car. Seats. We got totes of stuff. Yeah, I don't think you're ready for it. Hey, what you up to? Me? I'm just polishing my chrome-plated starter here. I think that's about good. Looks very nice, right? Good enough for that. Wait, what? How about a chrome valley pan? Lower radiator hose? It's handy to have. Now, I obviously know what this one is, but I have not yet seen it, so this will be a first for me. Oh my God, look at that. Look at the key switch. There's even a key for it. This is the light switch for the headlights, which is actually run from the top of the column. So this is the steering box, which is chrome plated. Obviously, this wouldn't have originally been chrome, but it sure is now. Look at that. It's incredible. That is incredible. And even the things that, you know, aren't chromed have been, you know, reconditioned by this man. So there's your throttle, and there's your headlights. And then center button being the horn. Never seen anything for these cars that even remotely resembles something like this. You know, obviously it's like it's not original, but nothing here is to the rule book level original restoration. You know, I think it deserves some bling at some point. Maybe this will go into the Buick. I don't know. I haven't worked it all out yet. I just found it. I had to buy it. You know, you find the stuff and it fits your car and it's rare. You got to buy it. What about a front spindle assembly? You know, brake pads are on it. They might have fallen off in the chrome plating bath, I don't know. That has definitely been rebuilt. Oh, was there a story? Where to start? So the story with these was kind of an interesting one. There was a man who had a 33 Buick 50 series, and what he wanted to do was, well, apparently chrome plate a good portion of this car while restoring it. Obviously this is a very meticulous person that was doing this stuff. So he had stripped out most of this car and brought it inside and was restoring it. And while he was working on these parts, I guess, a large tree came down and it crushed the car.
Big tree.
This person passed away, I'm not sure when. So his wife get this stuff out of her house. That's where Paul came in, who found this stuff, and he bought it all as a lot. And there was things in that lot that he wanted for himself that was for a different vehicle. He, recognized that this stuff's rare and wanted to find the right place for it to go. Fortunately, he had posted it in a place where I was able to stumble across it. I got in touch with him. He's a very nice person. He was very helpful. Certainly thank him for rescuing the parts. That's basically it. We don't know a whole lot more than that, other than, this man had, I guess, continued to restore these parts with the intention of finding another 33. The parts just kind of laid up in storage somewhere out on Staten Island, which interestingly enough is where I bought the black car out of. I am going to speculate that this man had a friend that worked at a plating shop, and all of this was done back in the 80s, I guess. But whatever the case was, he liked the finish. He probably liked the idea that, all of this stuff is never going to rust and he's not going to have to worry about painting it again. As we go forward, you'll see some stuff that's really unique. And again, you don't see parts for 33 Buicks that look like that. That's just something else, right? At least his parts, all of his hard work isn't going to go to waste. It's going to go into vehicles that hopefully... So there's probably no way to really cover all this appropriately, but there's basically a chrome-plated engine. Everything, the water pump, the heat exchanger, the timing case cover, the thermostat housing, intake and exhaust manifolds, breather, the cover for the cooling jacket. The oil pan for it is right there, and obviously that is also chromed. It's kind of a big question mark. There's obviously been a lot of work done to it. I'm assuming it's already been machined or you wouldn't it wouldn't have made it this far. The crank and everything is out of it, so... that also has to be inspected. I don't really know where it's at. What a 33 Buick piston looks like in connecting rod. I got a crosshatch on the side. Some kind of a blow-by ring here. Or something. Not sure. It's got 4 rings on it. I'm not too sure what that is. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that that's new Babbitt. Yes, that's definitely new Babbitt, so that's a nice sign. The wrist pin feels tight. I don't know if we can see that, but that looks like it's a brass wrist pin. I don't know if that's right. You can see where they peened it. So it's got that. It's one of those cross-bore bearings with the channel in it. But yeah, if anybody knows, man, this rod is kind of scary looking. It feels thin. It looks a little bit like somebody fed that thing a hot lunch at one point. I guess that's just its takeoff angle, but man, I don't know why it's all ground down like that. Unless somebody had to do that to chuck it up to... Yeah, maybe that's when they did they machined it after the Babbitt was poured. They had to fixture it up in something, so they had to grind down the sides. Back to the engine here, so here's our water pump. And, if you just take a look at this engine, it's clean. All the dipstick is chrome, of course it is. It's kind of neat right there. That is the oil cooler. So this here is water. That's got a heat exchanger inside there. And these are the oil passages. It's quite the find. Just for this specific car to find it. It's kind of like hen's teeth. If you got something like this, stuff does come up. Probably not going to find a lot like this, but... and then over here we have the transmission, which Having the shift arm is nice. But why they did the top of the casing, like I don't know. You would never see that. So there's the fenders. It was not a side mount car, so they don't fit my, look how big those things are. We have the seats. Like here's door handles all redone. It's a whole lock assembly that's been redone. You know, like this is really important stuff right here, but I don't think it's all here, unfortunately. I think some of it's here, but this here is a gas tank that's all been redone. And we have a set of doors. I think it's the same color dark blue as the Buick was originally. I think this is an interesting one. Thank you. This is the oil pickup for inside the engine. And that's been chromed. I don't know who would ever see that. There's a carburetor, and of course the heat riser has been chromed. There's a fan, believe it or not, the fan has been chromed. Brakes, all the brake stuff is also chromed. It's funny, I hadn't seen that. That's the clutch pedal assembly, and of course it is chromed. Here we have a chrome starter. Look at that. It's chrome. It's all chrome. This is chrome. Starter. It's chrome. Brake rods. Yep, they're chrome. Alright, so this is one of the crazier ones. Our brake drums, and they have been chrome plated. Of course they've been chrome plated. This guy, wow, he was busy. There's a hubcap for the black car. The black car's got the artillery wheels on it, and this came with 4 or 5 of the artillery wheels. For some reason, all of these hubcaps, like, just, I think because they stick out so far. They stick out really far from the car, so they have a rough life. There's the rear. They're chrome plated. And then if you flip these guys over, you even got a little bit of color going on the inside there. Look, it's funny, if you look down in there, see the Buick emblem down inside? Amazing condition, really amazing condition. So like, this stuff is super to have just because of its condition. Believe it or not, there's more. I just can't possibly show it all. And Paul has more. He's got some window frames, some of the vent window frames, and he's got the headlight buckets still. So he's going to get those to me, and I got to still get his cart back to him that the engine's on. He was good enough to let me borrow that. I'll kind of be showing more of this stuff as time goes on, but I wanted to kind of get through the big unveiling of it all because it's a lot to take in. I don't know if it's a bit much. This is a hinge. These would stick out from the car. That would be a little bit gaudy to use, in my opinion. Polish them up, wrap them up in nice cloths, and store them away, and at some point in the future. Actually, if you're looking for something like this, you gotta come talk to me. Are you looking for discount prices? Well, you're not going to find them here. Well, I'll tell you what I can get you. I can get you all kinds of stuff you ain't going to get anywhere else. You need hinges, you want chrome, we got chrome. You don't want chrome, you don't need chrome. It's all up to you. You need some pre-hardened wire? We got it for the rule. How much do you need? I'll cut you off a piece. Handheld pliers. Barely used tires. Don't let them get away. It's got 100,000 miles left on it. You're not going to find a better deal. You need a plastic variety box of things? We got it. Right from the manufacturer. Direct for you. It's waiting for you. So what are you waiting for? Yeah, stop on down the sloppy milk just coming for you. You'll never get overcharged. Our customers say we're just like a weak alternator. You even got one of these. I don't see those too much anymore. You gotta stop on down. Set aside a day. We got plenty of stuff to look through. We don't even know what we got. bring your wallet.